In this video, we're going to be upgrading on our 5th gen Ram truck. This is an HD truck, and we're going to be upgrading the door panels. So you'll see here, I've got this limited spec door panel on here, and this truck was originally a tradesman truck, and I wanted to show you guys just the one panel on, and then we're going to get right down to the rest. So here is the original panels, so that it had just very base model panels, all plastic, all one piece of hard plastic, and here's what the grab handle looks like. And then we're updating it to this. Got the extra pocket, it has the ambient lighting. I will be working on the ambient lighting functions later. We're gonna have to do some extra wiring, or you have to get the harness from the Limited or Laramie and the module in order to be plug and play. But I'm gonna see if I can do some added wiring for you guys, maybe offer a kit. But I want to show you guys just replacing the door panels and just how to get that done. So anyways, here it is. Let's go ahead and start taking these apart. So starting on the front driver's door, we're going to show you guys exactly how to get this done. So you got to take a little pick or screwdriver of some sort, pop open this access door. That's going to reveal that Phillips screw right there, and then you're going to have to pop this off here. So get your fingers behind it or a pry tool, pop this guy off. And then the perimeter of the door has these Torx push pins. So you can either get something behind the head of it and pop it up, or you can use a Torx screwdriver and just gently with your hand back it out. And then you can get something underneath the base of it and the push pins will pop out. So there's push pins all the way around the door. Get those all out and I'll show you the next step. Once those push pins around the perimeter are all out, we're gonna go ahead and take this Phillips screw out. The Phillips screw out, we're gonna pop out this trim panel. With the trim panel popped out, you're gonna slide this out of the way. And now you're gonna lift up on the door panel, clear your lock here, and then you're gonna have to reach down behind and disconnect your switches. So there's a push pin, I'll show you guys in a second. So you're gonna squeeze that latch and wiggle, and then off comes your standard door panel. And depending on what panel you're using or your switch combination, now would be a good time to squeeze the pins and remove your switch panel. Sticking with our theme of disassembly first, let's do the same thing with this. All the push pins around the perimeter of the door panel. Pop this out, Phillips screw behind there. This panel, you just get your hands behind it, start at the top. This pops off because it is holding the door panel down right there. And then let's go ahead and get the push pins out and get this door off. Okay, so the push pins are off. Screw is removed. Pop this guy out of here. And then we're gonna lift up over top of the lock. Reach down, squeeze the tab. There's the tab we're squeezing. Door panel's off. Keep your switch. All right, so here is our limited door card that we're gonna be installing. Again, you're gonna see this pigtail here for the ambient lighting. We don't have it in here, on here, so we're gonna have to investigate that and try to get that functioning. But for now, our window is gonna work, and it's gonna be a much nicer looking door card, but we can work on the ambient lighting stuff later. You also notice that I swapped this out here too, so it's now a silver instead of a black one. So these actually pop off, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Underneath right here, you're gonna see a little latch. Pop that guy down, and then you're gonna put something in the back here. There's double-sided tape all through here. Get your pry tool behind there, and then you're gonna see a little latch right there and there. So get something soft on the back side of here, because you're gonna have to break the adhesive of the double-sided glue, and then you can pry this out. And you can actually upgrade this part so that you have the silver handle instead of the black, just standard handle also. So it's gonna be the opposite to install it. We're gonna put it up here. I'm gonna tuck our ambient lighting away for now, and then we'll hang the door and show you guys that part. One other thing I'm gonna change is the door lock here. So these are also silver on the premium models. So I'm gonna unscrew these and swap over those also. So here's the silver one, this will unscrew, and we'll screw this one on. Okay, so next up, let's go ahead and get this door panel on here. So same deal as before. I actually don't have one of the silver inserts here, so gonna have to make do with the black one. So I don't have the silver like I have over there. So I'm gonna have to locate one of those. Like I think I showed you guys, these do pop off where you can take off the plastic. This is a 2-piece handle, so this pops off and you can make it like that. So gotta locate one, but let's get this back door on here since we just finished with this one. We'll stay here, put this one back on, and get this wrapped up. All right, so for now, our ambient lighting wires, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Might need a door module or a different harness to get to these to work. But for now, we're gonna install the premium panel. I like to take the switch out, so there's 4 squeeze tabs on all 4 corners. Just makes it easier. I kind of feed it through the switch port as you're putting the panel on. All right, so we're gonna get this into place. I'm gonna feed the harness for the switch or window switch through there, and then we're gonna have to lift it over top of the lock mechanism. So we're gonna bring this up. Over top of our lock mechanism. Make sure you get your switch wire coming through, and then just kind of move it around a little bit. You'll find where its home is. So once you see it go flat, then you're gonna slide it down until it's in place. We got our plug here. We'll get our switch, click it into place. Get that snapped in. Now we can put our push pins all the way around the perimeter of the door. Just push those back in. Get them in like that. You guys know the deal, all the way around. Once you get all the push panels in place, we'll put in our handle surround. Again, ambient lighting, but we're gonna have to address that later because we don't have the proper wiring or module for that. So I will be doing that with you guys in a future video. So get this into place. And these are different than the other ones. So you won't be able to reuse your surround from your base model doors. It's like just perfect square. This one has more shape to it. Once you get that into place, grab your Phillips screw. We're gonna put this in until it bottoms out. And then you're gonna have your little trim piece. Get the orientation correct. Snaps into place. Last but not least, grab this trim panel. I actually have black ones to go with the premium door panels. I still gotta clean the door panels so if they look dirty, they are dirty. Let me grab the other trim piece that I was telling you about. And here it is, like I said, the exact same trim piece, but in black. Premium models change the color up along with the headliner, which I haven't mentioned already. We do have the headliner swap video also, so check it out on this channel too. All right, so this door panel's in place. Needs to definitely be cleaned, but it is on here. All right, here we go with our front door panel. So we've got that one off. Really not that hard. Same deal. All the screws around the perimeter. You guys know the deal. And then again, we've got this. I also have a button for the power folding mirrors. So we've got that I'll have to hook up later. I'm gonna try to get that stuff working with you guys after. Same situation. I took my switches out so that I could pass the wire through. And I'm essentially gonna get it all ready to go right here. Pass it through the opening right there. We're gonna make sure our lock is in place. Slide it through the lock. Get this situated here. And then drops right in place beautifully. So there she is there. And now let's go ahead and put our filler panel in. We'll put our push pins around the perimeter too. It's filthy, I gotta do a little bit of cleaning. If you guys are wondering what this is, I'll link it down below. It's basically a knockoff version of some sort of tornado thing. I got it from Amazon. You put a little bit of diluted Meguiar's Professional Interior Detailer, and this stuff is awesome. You just kind of pressure wash it. It's just more air than water, and just wipe it down with a microfiber. You can see just like that. But it does a really good job of cleaning these interior pieces. It's kind of like a mini pressure washer, so to speak, for your interior without introducing a ton of water. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we'll put our switches in, put the panel in, put the screw in, push pins. Fairly straightforward, you guys, really easy. All right, so we got our Phillips screw in there. I'll go ahead and put this block off plate in there. Got our switch panel plugged in. So we'll nestle this in here. Snap that into place. And then push pins. Push pins are in. Grab our trim panel. Snap that back into place. And that's it. Let's get all right, guys. Well, it's been a few days, but I wanted to give you guys a chance to look at a dirty truck, but some much nicer and cleaner door panels. So got them all cleaned up. I think it's definitely a added nice touch. You also notice a bunch of other pretty nice changes in here. I've got all these videos either already out for you guys or coming. So upgraded cluster, upgraded steering wheel, center console, upgraded seats, upgraded radio. So we've got the 12-inch U-Connect, upgraded headliner, upgraded overhead console, pretty much anything you could possibly want to do. I even went as far as taking it and getting limited floor mats. Here's also what the rear door panel looks like. Just a much nicer door panel in my opinion. Like I said, this one here, I still gotta try to source out one of these silver handles. I managed to get the other three, but didn't get one for this door here. But I just think it's a much nicer looking panel, like I mentioned. As far as the ambient lights, both under here, so that's what this line is here, this ridge. There's all ambient lighting under there. My 2016 Eco Diesel Laramie actually had this also. And then there's another little light somewhere right there, which kind of lights where your hand goes, so you can see where the handle is at nighttime. I'm gonna have to research that and do that stuff for you guys. I'll show you guys how I end up getting that working, whether it's pinning it into this existing harness or potentially getting a harness and just having to turn it on in the software. So once I get that underway, then I'll definitely post an update video for you guys, so keep a lookout for that. And that's also another reason why you'll want to check out the other videos and stay subscribed so you can stay updated as I get all this stuff working. So that's going to do it for this video, you guys. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already so you're notified of when I post another video. Also, check out the other videos on upgrading your 5th gen Ram. Also, we've done a ton of 4th gen stuff, 3rd gen, even 2nd gen stuff. So if you guys have any of those other Ram trucks, definitely go check out those videos. Also, head over to shopboosted.com. I got a bunch of parts and all sorts of stuff for you guys over on shopboosted.com. So support your boy over there. Thanks again. See you on the next one.